Let's take a moment and bring in the Pride. Tonight, they're seeing action in the squared circle against the Cool Heels.
That's right, baby. Tonight, PWA, Pro Wrestling Alliance, the Pride, we have arrived. And tonight, the Cool Heels, they get a shot to try to see if they can beat the best tag team running today, baby. The Dorian Gray, the Joe Gamble, we are the Pride.
Well, we'll see how they do in the... What in the world? What? Wait a second.
Hey, I'm sorry. I couldn't help but overhear your promo bombing, so we just thought we'd come in and shake things up, Daddy.
Yeah. Hey, nice shirts. You guys must be a tag team or something, right?
Hey, I just want to say, you know, it's bad enough Pro Wrestling Alliance isn't going to give Cool Heels any time to cut their promo, but now, after hearing all this stuff about the Pride, and I get a look at you, I ain't impressed.
Well, you guys like to talk, right? How about you listen to this? Look up. Look down. Look up again. Look over there.
What? Oh, I guess that action's going to be coming up tonight.
They Batmaned us.
Let's take it to the ring. I think it's coming up. I don't know where they went.
Sacramento, California. Welcome to the Pro Wrestling Alliance. Put your hands together and help you welcome out your CEO, Mr. Pat Kelly.
Yeah, Pat Kelly!
Thank you, Lena. I wanted to come out here at the top of the show, make things rather brief, and just want to thank each and every one of you that has a seat here in the arena tonight for being at this event, the inaugural debut show of the Pro Wrestling Alliance. Give yourselves We are Alliance Strong, and we are not going anywhere. And we have a saying here in the Pro Wrestling Alliance that you're going to be hearing a lot as the days and weeks and months and even years go by. And the saying is this: we will sell you at the box office the entire seat, but through the course of the evening you're going to find out that you will only need the edges. Thank you very much for coming tonight. Lena, thank you.
Pat Kelly in the ring, promoter for Pro Wrestling Alliance. This is Shane Dynasty. I'm here with my compatriot El Flaco Loco. We're here to walk you through the matches you're going to see tonight at the Pro Wrestling Alliance, our debut show right here in Sacramento, California.
That's right. NorCal Hall of Famer El Flaco Loco. Thank you, Mr. Dynasty. And I'd like to also draw your attention to the lovely Elena Gonzalez in the ring, our esteemed ring announcer and timekeeper for this evening. Here we are, as you heard the esteemed Mr. Pat Kelly mentioning. This is the debut show of Pro Wrestling Alliance. Shane, excitement running through the air. How are you feeling for tonight?
Well, I'm looking forward to the matches tonight. I know there's a lot of young up-and-coming talent on the PWA roster that I've yet to get a glimpse at. I think we're going to start out here with referee Nyuk Johnson.
Nehemiah Johnson making his way to the ring. Very well-known referee, very well-known official here.
Excellent.
On the West Coast.
Excellent hair. Excellent hair. We're starting out with our first match of the night. You're looking at the tag team known simply as the Cool Heels.
That's right. That's Richard Sincere and Eric Wright.
Look at their glasses. Look at their hats. Those guys are pretty cool. Wouldn't you say, Flaco Loco?
Definitely bringing a little bit of the old school wrestling back to West Coast wrestling here.
I'd go so far as to say, whoa. Let's hear what they got to say.
Now I just gotta know, how many of you came to Pro Wrestling Alliance tonight to see
Quite the reception for the Cool Heels.
Probably not what they were expecting, Dynasty.
Well, I think when you go into a match with a name like the Cool Heels, you kind of expect to get booed. Let's see who their opponents are.
Here we go, the team known as The Pride. We've got Joe Gamble and Dorian Gray.
I got a portrait of that guy on my wall.
A newer tag team here in Pro Wrestling Alliance. Students of the Ugly Dojo.
Well, we're starting off with a tag team match. Two up-and-coming tag teams. I know the Cool Heels have a little bit of an experience edge on the Pride. The Pride recently making their debut just a couple of months ago and looking mighty strong in the ring.
To add to what you were saying there, Shane, the Cool Heels have been together for a little over 3 years, honing their skills up and down the West Coast.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following tag team contest scheduled for one fall, with a 15-minute time limit. And the official for this bout, Nehemiah Jackson. Introducing first, standing in the corner to my right, they hail from Portland, Oregon, at a combined weight of 444 pounds. The team of Eric Rice and Richard Sincere as Cool Heels. And their opponents, standing in the corner to my left, they hail from the Bay Area at a combined weight of 400 pounds. The team of Dorian Gray and Joe Gamble as the Pride.
Well, the crowd is firmly behind the Pride in this match already before the bell is even rung.
Right you are, Dynasty. They definitely, this younger team has definitely won over the fans.
Again, I think a lot of that has to do when you call yourself the Cool Heels, you walk through that curtain, people aren't going to like you right out of the gate. It's pretty much a guarantee.
And we're off here, the inaugural show for Pro Wrestling Alliance. Join the Alliance here in West Sacramento.
Look at that disrespect from the Cool Heels, stepping right over them. Very old school traditionalist chain wrestling mentality out of the Cool Heels. They're both excellent on the mat wrestlers. I think you're going to see that in this match tonight.
Definitely a contrast to styles, wouldn't you say, Shane?
Absolutely. As long as the Cool Heels can control the pace of this match, it's almost in the pocket as far as them walking away with the win here.
One would think that the longer the match goes, the more it favors the Cool Heels. Nice arm drag.
Walked into another one. Reversal into the ropes, hip toss, no, arm drag.
High intensity here from the faster Dorian Gray of the Pride. Double whip, double toss. Gamble going up with the splash.
All right, how long is the referee going to let them
Gray
stay in
with the
ring?
kneel.
Get one of those men out of the ring. Come on, you get somebody out of the ring. There you go. All right.
Referee Johnson definitely going to have his hands full in this match, it seems.
We basically got to restart with that tag right now. We're going to go back to square one and see if we can see if this goes a different way for the Cool Heels.
Richard Sincere in for the Cool Heels, wanting to definitely slow the pace of the match down, Dynasty.
Richard Sincere reminiscent of a young Carl Gotch in that ring.
Definitely a callback to a
that was
bygone
sweet.
era.
A bit of the old sweet science, if you will, there. Working the wrist.
Nice wrist lock by Sincere.
Reversal into a headlock. Solid takedown.
Definitely the speed advantage, definitely going to the Pride.
Absolutely, but we're in the early. I don't think anybody has set the pace for this match just yet. I think the Pride might try to keep it at their pace, but no doubt in my mind the Cool Heels are going to slow it down at some point here.
A little joint manipulation there from Sincere trying. Another headlock takedown by Gamble. Referee Johnson making sure that count every time both shoulders are on the mat.
Richardson's here just slipped out from underneath, working the finger joints right there. He's got to pop those right out of the socket. Fujiwara armbar possibility if he can cinch it in there. Not quite, not quite.
Definitely a product of proper training there.
Right back to the headlock.
Once again, as we said, the Pride are students of the Ugly Dojo, students of the Big Ugly J.D. Bishop.
Well, one of the things you're going to get out of the Ugly Dojo is that he's going to teach you how to chain wrestle. You're going to learn exactly what mat work means, and you're seeing in this ring right now, both of these teams are incredibly proficient in it.
The beginnings of a wrestling clinic coming on here in West Sacramento. And kind of a slip up there.
Didn't get him with the clothesline there. Didn't get him again with the clothesline there.
Looks like Gamble may have hurt his wrist on that.
Dorian Gray with a big body slam and an elbow drop.
Gamble.
Richard Sincere is one tough customer. Let me tell you that. He's barrel chested. When you barely glance him with a clothesline, he's going to bounce right off that barrel chest. That's just the way it is.
Absolutely. Looks like Gamble is trying to bring some feeling back into that right hand.
Blistering. Shoots him up. Spine buster.
Big spine buster by Gamble going for the pin, and that could be it. Sincere. Although the Pride is the younger of the two teams, they're definitely doing a good job of keeping Sincere.
At this point in the match, you are correct. The Pride are the ones controlling the pace. And like I said when we got started, whichever team controls the pace of this match is going to walk away with the win.
Definitely a surprise considering the experience advantage that definitely goes to the heels, the cool heels, that is. Dorian Gray in.
The Pride is definitely using, oh, there we go. There we go.
Eric Wright coming in.
Well, you got to understand, he's been watching the referee be extremely flexible with the Pride. He's been keeping his 5 count really long. It's only a matter of time before Eric Wright gets frustrated.
Well, one could argue that the Pride is taking advantage of that 5 count.
They are taking advantage, and that's the problem. You can't let anybody take advantage of you in the wrestling ring, Flacco.
Oh, that. What a submission move by Sincere.
Nice.
I don't even know what we would call that, Dynasty.
There's working into that, trying to cinch in that Fujiwara armbar again. If he gets a full extension on that, that's a very difficult submission move to break. Key lock into a headlock. Roll back on his shoulders. Again, I feel like Nuck Nuck Johnson is really flexible when it comes to the Pride. For some reason or another, he seems to having a lot more of a preference towards them.
I beg to differ. Referee Johnson is known for being impartial and one of the more trusted referees.
I don't
on the
know
West
him
Coast
for
scene.
that. I don't trust him. I don't think Richard Sincere trusts him. I don't think Eric Wright trusts him. And for you to assume that he's trustworthy is quite assumptive of you. Look at that.
Personal feelings aside.
Yeah, that was nice.
Sincere.
That was beautiful.
Sincere making his way finally, tagging in the fresh Eric Wright.
See, now like I said, it was a matter of time until the Cool Heels took control of the match.
This could be the turning point, Dynasty.
It absolutely could. Oh, yeah. That'll make you cough up blood right there. Gut head. Oh, right. Shin buster off of the knee.
Eric Wright very well put together.
Easily dislocate a jaw with that move. Working him on the bottom rope. Very smart, breaks the hold before the 5 counts. The one thing, if I were managing the Cool Heels, I would tell them is to focus on a body part. They seem to be all over the place. They work the neck, back to the neck again. That's good to see. They were working the shoulder earlier, the midsection. Stay focused on the neck. Cut the ring in half.
They're definitely focusing on the neck of Dorian Gray. Trying to come back here. Sunset flip. no dice.
That's not good.
Eric Wright with a stiff right cross.
That's dead. You're gonna have to try a little harder to get a 3 count on a team like the Cool Heels.
Going for a record number of pinfalls.
Keeping them in their corner, that's what you gotta do. That's the name of the game when it comes to tag team wrestling. Cut the ring in half, keep your opponent on your side of the ring.
Splitting the wishbone. The Cool Heels really taking it to Dorian Gray right now.
Hyperextending the hip right there.
Dorian Gray, the high flyer of the Pride. When you take out the legs, Dynasty, you know what that does to that arsenal.
Well, it's just like a table. You take out 2 legs of a table, what do you got? A pile of wood on the floor.
Can't argue with that logic. The Cool Heels definitely taking it to Dorian Gray right now. Strong suplex.
Joe Gamble's
from
got to want to
Sincere.
get in the ring. He's got to want to get in there and make the tag.
Sincere going back to that wrist manipulation there.
Oh, he's biting him. He's biting him. No reason he had to stop biting right there. You can bite up to the 4 count. Referee can't do anything about it.
Well, I don't know, that a little shady if you ask me.
You don't know a lot of things.
Tagging in right.
Right in the kidneys.
Oh, that's gonna
It's gonna hurt tomorrow.
That's
I
gonna hurt
promise you
tomorrow
that.
and late at night. Gray's definitely gonna need to make the tag into the fresh Joe Gamble.
Ducks a clothesline. Power slam out of nowhere. Really utilized Wright's own momentum against him. Now, if he can make the tag to Joe Gamble, the Pride might have a chance to get back in this match. Can he make the tag? Can he make the tag? No, he cannot.
Inches away from reaching his partner. Sincere taking advantage.
Oh, he's folding him up in the crossbow. Here it comes, the surfboard.
I
The
honestly
dreaded- Get him up, get him up. Yeah, oh, right in the back of the neck. Heel of the boot, right. Oh,
Dynasty, I don't know how much more Gray can take.
that's a Tokyo Octopus hold right there. Come on, ref, get in there and count that. Both of his shoulders were on the mat. The referee was nowhere near him.
I have to agree with you. Both of Dorian Gray's shoulders were on the mat.
You have to agree with me.
Sincere going for the suplex. Makes the tag to Gamble. Big clothesline. Another clothesline from Gamble. Back elbow. Another back elbow. Gamble is a house of fire right now.
Low bridge
Sending right over the top. Out goes Sincere. Gamble taking over and taking charge.
Cool Heel's got to recover here. Oh!
Spinning token from Gamble.
High risk from Joe Gamble. Sends Eric right back into the ring. Dorian Gray there to catch him. Whip into the ropes. Sets him up. Oh!
That is the all for one.
And here are your winners, the team of Dorian Gray and Joe Gamble as the Pride.
The Pride putting away the Cool Heels with their patented finisher, the all for one. Combination of a sidewalk slam and a knee drop.
Not so cool in my opinion,
Not
Flacco.
at all, not at all.
Well, I gotta tell you, Flacco Loco, I'm impressed by the tag team, the Pride. They pulled off a, in my opinion, upset victory over the Cool Heels and have already established a winning record for themselves here in the Pro Wrestling Alliance.
What a way to kick off the inaugural show of Pro Wrestling Alliance. Join the Alliance here in West Sacramento. Well, if you were here before doors opened, fan, there were a number of wrestlers showing up, just begging for a spot on tonight's card.
Pat
Put
Kelly.
your hands together for your CEO, Pat Kelly.
I like Pat Kelly, Flacco. He's a good guy.
He is. He signs our checks.
I just want to briefly explain
You get a check?
what's going to happen in this
We'll talk
next
about this
match.
later.
This next match is going to be a Future Stars qualifier. You will see in competition in this ring the Punjabi Lion Harman. Now, here's what we want you to do. We want the fans always involved with what we do here in the Pro Wrestling Alliance. So after you see the match tonight, we want you to go online and cast your vote on our Facebook page whether the Punjabi Lion Harman should be in the Battle Royal, which will be on March 21st at River City High School right here for the River City Rumble in West Sacramento. Lena, the last competitors, is a Future Stars qualifier. Please cast your vote. Thank you in advance for doing that.
Once again, fans encouraged to go online and vote whether or not the Punjabi Lion, Harman Chima, deserves a spot here in the Pro Wrestling Alliance roster to participate in the huge Battle Royal March 21st.
The big question being, who's his opponent going to be? Because depending on who his opponent is here tonight, depends on whether he's going to look good in this match or if he's just going to get the snot beat out of him.
It does take two to tango, Dynasty. It takes two to tango.
Chima definitely doing his best to get the fans behind him. His debut here tonight with the Pro Wrestling Alliance. An opportunity to qualify for the Battle Royal at River City Rumble on March 21st. A lot of energy out of this kid, Blanco.
Absolutely. You just gotta imagine the nerves.
No, I don't. I don't have to do anything.
I'm speaking on behalf of the Punjabi Lion, Harman Chima.
You know, the kid's probably got some butterflies going through his stomach right now. He doesn't know he's wrestling. Could be a walk in the park, but then again, it could be this.
It could be this.
Oh boy.
No stranger to the squared circle. That is Mr. Punishment, Sir Samurai.
You know, this is a practical joke, right? I mean, you're giving Harman Chima an opportunity to showcase himself in the ring, and you're gonna put him in a match with Mr. Punishment himself, Sir Samurai?
Definitely no stranger to the squared circle.
What was Pat Kelly thinking? I like Pat Kelly. I think he's a smart guy. But this is a execution, Flacco.
Well, once again, we're leaving it up to the fans, folks.
Why? Why are we leaving it up to the fans, though?
Well, this is Pro Wrestling Alliance. The fans matter here, Dynasty. And
why?
Once again, the Punjabi Lion doesn't necessarily need to secure a victory, but he needs to prove to these fans.
Okay, we'll get back to why the fans' opinion should matter. But right now, let's pay attention to this match.
Future Stars qualifiers match with a 15-minute time limit. And your official for this bout, Corey. Introducing first, standing in the corner to my left, he hails from BF3, weighing 279 pounds, the Punjabi Lion, Harman. And his opponent, standing in the corner to my right, he hails from the Nambuki Kandojo, weighing 227 pounds, representing the Honor Society, Mr. Punishment, Sir Samurai.
There's the bell, Flacco Loco, and this match is just getting started. Sir Samurai taking on the Punjabi Lion, Harman Chima. Oh, I wouldn't want to be in Harman's shoes right now.
Well, definitely the experience goes to a samurai, but as we saw in that first match, doesn't necessarily get you the assured victory.
Well, aren't you just a fountain of information? The difference in experience here is overwhelming. Already we're seeing Sir Samurai utilizing his vast knowledge of the squared circle to apply a textbook headlock. Still not, well, out the back door into a headlock of his own. Waist lock. A little bit of World of Sport chain wrestling there.
Not too shabby from the
Shades
Punjabi
of Billy
Lion.
Robinson. Headlock takedown. Roll up one.
Ooh, almost an upset victory right there.
That was a 1 count, Flacco. That was nowhere near an upset victory.
Well, that could have spelled disaster.
The difference between 1 and 3 is enormous. Get on the program.
Well, it all depends on the official in the ring.
We hire very competent officials here in the Pro Wrestling Alliance. I do not appreciate you belittling them or thinking less of them. They're competent referees. They can count to 3 in a reasonable pace.
I'm kind of contradicting your sentiments in the previous match, but I digress.
Yuck Yuck Johnson is an exception to the rule.
Punjabi Lion, Harman Chima, going toe-to-toe with Mr. Punishment, Sir Samurai. Punjabi Lion definitely has out to prove that he belongs here in Pro Wrestling Alliance. That could be the difference maker.
Finally, they're taking it down onto the mat here. Rope break looks like.
Great ring awareness from the Punjabi Lion.
Interesting approach by Sir Samurai. Not necessarily the approach I would take in the match. I'll be honest with you, I think he's taking it easy on the kid. There's, you can go right in there, kick a guy right in the rib cage, thumb in the eyes, and just take control of the match. But instead, he's giving him an opportunity to kind of show his wares in the ring, wrestle as you do.
Well, so much for not as aggressive Sir Samurai. Punjabi.
Bit surprised, because that turnbuckle is padded. You do realize that, correct?
Yeah, but
it's all about the angle. If you get it at the right angle, you catch the bolt right in the forehead. It's beautiful.
Oh, that's
split a guy right open. Oh.
Big clothesline from the Punjabi Lion, back elbow.
See, there's the mistake. Caring too much what the fans think of him. He needs to focus on the match, not these people out here. These people are useless. They're not going to do you any real good in the ring, all right?
Definitely distracting.
No disrespect to the fans of the PWA. I'm just saying, if this is your big opportunity, Harman, you don't want to get distracted by these people.
Harman, big reversal with that snap suplex from the Punjabi Lion. Going for the pinfall.
I'll be honest with you, Flacco. Harman just looks a little too concerned with these fans out here. Every time he gets a move in there, he stops. He focuses on what the fans are doing, and it's going to cost him at some point down the line in this match.
Definitely could be inexperience speaking.
No, definitely. I said it, so it's definitely true.
Well, I'm not going to argue with you.
I'm a Hall of Famer too. You inducted me. I do not appreciate you ignoring every time somebody mentions you're in the Hall of Fame. You just go with it. You never mention that I'm in the Hall of Fame.
Back to the match, Dynasty.
You inducted me though. I did it first before you.
Once again, fans, NorCal Hall of Famer El Flaco Loco here with my broadcast partner, Shane Dynasty.
NorCal Hall of Famer Shane Dynasty. I was there first. Ow! That's hot. That had some spice on it, Flaco Loco.
Wake you up in the morning and put you to bed at night.
Oh, there's some sugar on that porridge.
Samurai asking for more.
Okay, see this? All right. Not bad, but didn't quite have the acoustics that Harman's chop did. It's like slapping a a wet ham, isn't it?
Oh my goodness, it seems to only be angering.
Are you a hand slapper, Flacco?
I'm
You
not
look like
going
a
to.
hand
I'm not
slapper.
going to dignify that question with
You
a
look
with
like a hand
response.
slapper to me. I slapped a ham or two.
I'm not even going to dignify that comment with a response. Samurai trying to go for the Irish whip, blocked by the Punjabi Lion. Stiff knee to the midsection. Whip, back elbow by Samurai.
5 minutes has elapsed in this match.
We got him sharp on the right on the side of his jaw with that elbow. Laying in those forearms. MMA style, right across the bridge of the nose.
The Punjabi Lion, Harman Chima, definitely worse for wear right now.
Oh. Sir Samurai with an interesting tactic. He seems to be focusing on Harman Chima's nose. He's trying to dislodge his nose. Ooh, a slap to the face. That's always smart.
That sign of disrespect seemed to only anger him.
And now he's asking for him to hit him back. I've never understood this exchange. It's the Honor Society. They have this weird concept of honor and respect, and I don't get it personally. I'd stick my thumb right in his eye right now, personally.
Get a load of the welts on Sir Samurai's chest right now.
Oof. Mamma mia!
Delivering a stiff series of forearms.
Cover up, Sir Samurai. I've never understood why these gentlemen let each other hit themselves like that. I mean, you can cover up. They do it in boxing all the time. They like it, don't they?
Samurai's asking for this.
Why? Ouch!
Shades of the enforcer, Arn Anderson there.
That spine buster definitely had some spice on it. Oh, what? Uh-oh. Out the back door, hooks the leg.
Side Russian leg sweep there.
Uh-oh, cinch
That's
it
the
in.
Gaijin grip.
Cinching it in. Kid's gonna
Samurai
tap.
has finished quite a
Count
number
my
of
words,
opponents.
Kid's gonna tap. Count on it.
Makes his way to the ropes.
Maybe not now, but sooner or later that kid's gonna tap.
I can't tell you how many opponents Sir Samurai has finished with that Gaijin grip.
Well, I wouldn't expect you to. You can't count past 10, can you now?
Well, let's not get nasty here, Dynasty. Good job missing with the clothesline.
Do-si-do into a big old clothesline.
One count from the lariat. Crucifix. Back to the Gaijin. This could be it.
Guys. What did I say? What did I say? I said, mark my words, the kid's gonna tap.
Once again, fans.
Your winner, Mr. Punishment, Sir Samurai.
Dynasty, it'll be interesting to see what these fans of Pro Wrestling Alliance think about the performance by the Punjabi Lion, Harman Chima, and if he deserves a spot here on the PWA roster.
In my opinion, he doesn't. I wasn't impressed, I'll be honest with you. I saw a nice spine buster out of the kid, some energy, a little bit of fire, nice chop, wicked acoustics off of that one, but at the end of the day, nah, I don't think he should be in the Battle Royal.
Sign of respect. Sign of respect from Mr. Punishment, Sir Samurai. I have a feeling, I have an idea how Sir Samurai is going to be voting online for that big battle royal on March 21st, the River City Rumble.
Yeah, you know, like I said, a lot of fire, a lot of energy, but I don't think the kid earned it.
We're leaving it up to the fans here at Pro Wrestling Alliance. Once again, if they go online,
Big mistake in my opinion on that one too.
and if they vote on social media,
Don't forget to visit our Facebook page at Pro Wrestling Alliance to cast your vote today. And also, I know that the merch area is a little hidden, so if anybody's looking for merchandise, back there in that little black room, you can find a whole bunch to merchandise with all your favorite PWA stars.
Coming up next, Dynasty, we've got a classic one-on-one match.
You know, Flacco, speaking of Facebook and social media, I'm a bit of a big deal on social media.
I've heard
Yeah.
you've had some issues with a certain platform on social media.
You know, I've had more than a couple of profiles pulled here and there, but at the end of the day, the whole reason I'm here is because people like the sound of my voice. They like seeing my face on their screen, and I appreciate you being my sidekick here.
Fans, I'd like to once again welcome everyone here to the inaugural show for Pro Wrestling Alliance. Join the Alliance and coming to the ring. No stranger to these fans. Quite possibly the most well-known mustache on the West Coast. That is Patrick Fitzpatrick, Dynasty.
Bit of a throwback, much like the Cool Heels. Pat Fitzpatrick is definitely old school traditionalist as far as his appearance and his personality goes in the ring.
Definitely, to give you a sneak peek behind the curtain, definitely the Cool Heels and Patrick Fitzpatrick seem to be chumming it up backstage.
Well, they were comparing mustache. You know, they got a little opinions on which wax to use and the proper stroke to get the right curl.
Things are about to get a little bit groovy, funky as the kids say.
Absolutely oozing with charisma.
Oh, he's oozing, definitely.
Something.
He's oozing something.
Don't get too close, fans. It's Joe DeSoul, and he's contagious. Look at that strut, Flacco.
Calling himself the talk of the town, Dynasty. That is Joe DeSoul.
Well, you know, I've been around town and I've heard them talking. They're talking about Joe DeSoul. You know what they're saying? They're saying he's contagious. It's his catchphrase. I'm getting it over for it.
Well,
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest scheduled for one fall.
The fans confusing baby oil for charisma.
And your official for this bout, Nehemiah Johnson. Introducing first, standing in the corner to my right. He hails from Catskill, New York, weighing 225 pounds. Bad intentions, Patrick Fitzpatrick. And his opponent, standing in the corner to my left. He hails from Virginia Beach, Virginia, weighing 190 pounds. The talk of the town, Chima.
Fans are rather vocal in this match. The rather oozy Joe DeSoul locking up with Pat Fitzpatrick, feeling each other out, looking for a possible knuckle lock here. Collar and elbow.
these two are no strangers to themselves, Dynasty.
He's complaining about the ooze, and we all know the secret of the ooze, right?
Well,
Get
can't say
that
that's
reference? Kids are talking about that movie. Big hot movie of the summer, The Secret of the Ooze.
well, can't say it's on my VHS list.
And they seem to think it's baby oil, but I'm telling you, I know firsthand backstage that's charisma. That's what charisma looks like, folks. Oozing with charisma, Joe DeSoul. Easy to mistake for baby oil, but no, absolutely charisma. You can tell by the glisten.
Well, looks like he definitely used an entire bottle of charisma.
too, actually. Saw him backstage. Charisma brand charisma.
Headlock takeover by Fitzpatrick.
Now with extra glisten. You know,
Clean break by Fitzpatrick.
if you're gonna hold on to a hold, you might want to do more than a calf grip. Seems kind of counterintuitive in my opinion. What do I know? Only held more titles in this business than you've ever dreamed of.
Clubbing blow by DeSole.
Notice how he got the back of his elbow right into that sweet spot in the carotid artery of the neck.
Definitely interesting strike by DeSole.
Big chop. Oh, that just woke him up. That just woke him. That was like a hot cup of coffee.
May have been a bad decision.
Joe DeSole wants
the
to
talk
turn
of the
around
town.
right about now. Up, yep. Oh.
Fitzpatrick definitely trying to slow the pace down. Wear down DeSole.
One thing I've noticed tonight in the matches we've seen so far is a general sense of fundamentals as far as mat work is concerned in all of the competitors tonight.
Absolutely, absolutely. Both DeSole and Fitzpatrick got started in the game about the same time. Similar paths in training.
Joe DeSole grinding Pat Fitzpatrick right into the turnbuckle right there.
Methodical with those strikes.
I noticed that was an open hand punch right there. Definitely kept his thumb out of the fist to make sure that was an open hand strike.
Well, that could be up for debate, Dynasty. DeSole going for the slam.
It's not, but it could.
Not able to get the bigger Fitzpatrick up. Back elbow from Fitzpatrick, breaking out of it.
That was really a fundamental mistake on DeSole's.
Big body slam by Bad Intentions, Patrick Fitzpatrick.
Oh! Turned that elbow into almost a senton there.
Fitzpatrick in control here. Going for another suplex. Not realizes when you're on the receiving end of one of those suplexes, you are disoriented, Dynasty.
Absolutely, but it's 2019 and there's no way you're getting your 3 count on a vertical suplex, Flacco.
You never know. That used to be a finisher for quite many a wrestler back in the day.
Oh! Slingshot off the top rope, Joe DeSole. Oh!
Utilizing the ropes is DeSole.
Big charisma kick from Joe DeSole right there.
Almost an arrogant cover there by the talk of the town.
That's the thing, when you're that charismatic, you can be arrogant about it. Yeah, that was perfect. Way to go forward. No reason to get your boot out of his throat until you hear the number 4.
One thing DeSole's definitely not short of its confidence.
Not short of charisma either. I keep pointing out what a charismatic competitor Joe DeSole is, and I notice you just dance around it. Why can't you accept the level of this man's charisma? Look at him. He's absolutely oozing with it.
Not going to argue with you there, Dynasty.
I'm looking at it. You looking at it? I'm looking at it. That's it. Look at that. Did you see it? I saw it. I was paying attention. Joe DeSole told me to look at it. I looked at it. I was paying attention.
Definitely firmly in control is the talk of the town, Joe DeSole. Taking up Fitzpatrick. Once again, that unique strike.
Very unique elbow strike. Glancing elbow strike right across the temple of the forehead.
5 minutes has elapsed this match. 5 minutes has elapsed this match.
That's really one of his top tools in his arsenal, I'm noticing.
And it's definitely been effective tonight, Dynasty. Another big whip to the corner, going to the well once, 2, opt, and...
Oh, big European uppercut. That was a close fist.
Fitzpatrick seemed to be shaking his fist there.
That was a close fist. He punched him right in the jaw.
Well, what's good for the goose, as they say.
The referee's got to call that right there. Notice whenever Joe DeSole plants some open fist, but Pat Fitzpatrick, he just doesn't seem to abide by the same kind of code of honor, if you will.
Be that as it may. Big belly-to-back suplex there from DeSole.
Patrick Smart tried to protect himself there. Tried to brace himself for the impact. Still took the majority of it.
Trying to cut off the oxygen supply right here.
You know the best way to cut off the oxygen supply, right?
How is that, Dynasty?
Rope or a chain.
Comments of my broadcast colleague Shane Dynasty do not reflect those of the powers to be of Pro Wrestling Alliance.
Oh!
Arrogant cover by DeSole.
I don't think he's actually going for a cover. I think he's just trying to humiliate him at this point.
I have to agree with you, Dynasty. It looks like winning the match isn't on the top of DeSole's list right now.
Uh-oh.
And that could be turning into a big issue for the talk of the town.
Joe DeSole covered up, and Pat Fitzpatrick caught him with a DDT out of nowhere.
Series of forearms from Fitzpatrick. Double underhook. Going for the pinfall. Not enough.
Not quite. Big impact on that butterfly suplex, but just not quite enough to put him away. Uh-oh, Joe DeSole bailing out onto the apron, trying to pull himself up. Playing possum right there, though. Oh, yeah.
Once again, utilizing those ropes.
Oh, rolling neck breaker off the middle turnbuckle.
That could be it. About 2.5 there, Dynasty.
Both of these guys putting it all in there, leaving it in the ring, trying to determine which one of these gentlemen is got more fire in their belly. Hooks him for a gut wrench. Breaks it, shoots him into the rope.
Big spine buster. Two and 3/4. Looks like Fitzpatrick is calling for something here, Dynasty.
You know, I don't think wrestlers should call for moves. I find it to be pandering, first of all. And you're telegraphing exactly what your next play in your game is. It makes no sense to me whatsoever.
Series of reversals here. Nehemiah Johnson may not have seen.
Seen what?
Low blow, taking advantage of it.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I didn't see a low blow. Yup, Johnson didn't see a low blow. You didn't see a low blow. Say it. You didn't see anything, did you?
Well, you didn't see a low blow, but good number of fans here, and a good number of fans watching at home may beg to differ.
Well, you know, they can differ all they want, but at the end of the day, Joe DeSole walking away with the victory.
Can't argue with that, Dynasty.
Look at the charisma on that guy.
Is that what they're calling it?
That's what I'm calling it.
Tough loss.
Pat Fitzpatrick making his debut here in the PWA, not coming up just a little bit short against the talk of the town. The man absolutely oozing with charisma, Joe DeSole.
Undefeated in Pro Wrestling Alliance. Let's see how long that streak can last.
Fans, you're watching the Pro Wrestling Alliance. I'm Shane Dynasty. This is my co-host, El Flaco Loco.
NorCal Hall of Famer.
I'm in the NorCal Hall of Fame too. You inducted me 2 years before they even nominated you.
What a night so far, Dynasty. 3 matches down. Our inaugural show here joined the Alliance in West Sacramento.
I've been quite impressed. I'm looking forward to be impressed. Future matches, and in particular this one right here, one-on-one. Looking at 2 young up-and-comers, one coming out of Seattle, Washington, the other coming out of Reno, Nevada. A battle of the states. I can't wait to see how this one unfolds.
This man right here, Malcolm Flex. I was corrected a number of times backstage on the correct spelling of his name. That's P-H-L-E-X.
That's an interesting, creative way to spell his last name. I can relate. I'm a PhD myself. I have a doctorate in rule breaking. And Malcolm Flex is, wow, he's really glaring at the audience there, but
A man who says that he speaks the truth.
I believe it.
The master of a couple of moves, one of them called Plymouth Rock, another that he calls the African Drop.
You know, he's sucking. You know, Plymouth Rock got dropped on you.
The Honorable Malcolm Flex.
His opponent from Reno, Nevada, a graduate of the Reno Wrestle Factory, Bison Braddock.
The reject, Bison Braddock.
Bison Braddock has not been in the business for too long, only a handful of years under his belt, but already he's competed all over the country, on television, all across the West Coast, and he comes from a very strong pedigree, trained by Adam Thornstowe, Luster the Legend, my personal best friends, the Reno Scum. My money's on Bison Braddock.
It's definitely going to be it.
The following contest is for one fall. With a 15-minute time limit. And your official for this bout, Corey.
Got Washington versus Nevada.
Standing in the corner to my left. He hails from Newburgh, New York. Weighing 260 pounds. The Honorable Malcolm Flex. And his opponent, standing in the corner to my right. He hails from Reno, Nevada. Weighing 2 bucks. The reject, Bison Braddock.
Wait.
Whoa, who's that? Who's got a microphone?
That's not me.
It's Scoot. What's Scoot Robertson doing out here?
Scoot Robertson wasn't originally on the show. Exactly.
Who gave
Well,
Scoot
after
a
I
mic?
heard about this state versus state match, and I heard that you have Oregon and Nevada, but no California. In this match, I knew that somebody had to step up and be the third member of this match. And not only represents California, but represents my hometown of Sacramento.
So does Scoot have the authority to just insert himself in this match, Flacco?
I don't know. I don't know if I can.
Where's
I
Pat
can
Kelly?
answer.
Where is Pat Kelly?
So with that being said, I'm gonna make this match a triple threat.
Wait. Who says he can just make a one-on-one match a triple threat? Where does it say in the rule book you can walk out with a microphone, insert yourself in a match? No. Where's Pat Kelly? I want Pat Kelly out here.
Unfortunately, I don't have the authority.
We're just gonna go with this? This is okay to you? Wait, I want to know who's in control around here. I better not hear the ring bell until we get Pat Kelly out here. It's his house now? I mean, there was an old lady at the door, but I didn't know it was Scoot Robertson's mom.
Seems that referee Corey is.
Pat, is this okay? No, Pat Kelly's gonna let this happen?
Apparently,
Who is Scoot Robertson? Why does he get to just make himself a third man in the match?
Scoot was definitely one of the many wrestlers upset.
Well, Well, now I'm upset. Now I'm upset about this right here. I mean, I'm happy to see them stomping a mud hole in him, but I'm not happy he's in this match. I'm talking to Pat Kelly. I'm going to take this to the board of advisors, the commissioners.
A lot of beef in the ring right now, Dynasty. It's like 3 middle linebackers going at it.
I give up, Flacco. This isn't even supposed to be happening right now. Whoa. Okay, good. That's right.
Nice loop press from Bison Braddock.
Yeah, punch him in the face and then dump him out of the ring, and let's have a one-on-one match like we had booked. Get Scoot out of there. Get Scoot out. I can't believe Pat Kelly is letting this happen. Who's in charge here, Flacco?
Well, right now, it would be the reject Bison Braddock.
Good. Because, I mean, why not, right? Scoot Robertson could just insert himself in a match. Why not make Bison Braddock the commissioner of the PWA? Why not? Nothing matters anymore.
Well, regardless.
Words don't mean anything. Numbers don't mean anything.
Well, regardless, this match has turned into a triple threat between Malcolm Flex, the honorable Malcolm
Let's
Flex.
just get Scoot out of the ring. Just get him out so we can have a match between Malcolm Flex and Bison Braddock like we had planned all along.
Right now, the honorable Malcolm Flex is nowhere to be seen as we have the reject Bison Braddock and Scoot Robertson going toe-to-toe. Effective eye rake from Braddock.
I'm not going to stand for this kind of stuff in the PWA, Flacco. I have a lot of influence around here, okay? I got a lot of stroke.
Well,
I'm going to talk to Pat Kelly, and I'm going to make sure that Scoot Robertson is properly reprimanded for this.
Well, be that as it may, Scoot Robertson may regret making the decision to add himself into
No,
this
he's
match.
definitely going to regret it. I'm going to see to that personally. This is chaos. This is anarchy.
The honorable Malcolm Flex coming back to life, making his way into the ring.
Anarchy, do you know what that means, Flacco? Have you ever heard that word before?
I absolutely have. Anytime that I'm sitting next to you, I'm prepared for it.
Well, the inmates are running the asylum. Scoot just throws himself in the match, and referee just goes along with it. Ring announcer goes along with it. Pat Kelly's nowhere to be seen. I thought there were rules in the PWA.
And Flex breaking up the count there.
Good. He should focus on Bison Braddock because that's his actual opponent. Scoot shouldn't even be in there. They should just ignore him. That's the thing. We should all just ignore Scoot Robertson. Let's all ignore Scoot, all right? Let's all agree we're just going to pretend he's not in the ring.
Well,
Malcolm Flex is kicking thin air right now. For some reason, he's just kicking away at the corner at nothing because Scoot Robertson isn't in this match, never was. And this whole match should just be stricken from the record books. I just want to go on the record saying this should be stricken from the record books.
that point taken with Dynasty, but it looks like Flex is definitely taking it
what?
to Scoot.
No, Scoot's not in there. He's swinging in thin air because Scoot Robertson's not even in this match. It's the Invisible Man, but not Scoot Robertson.
The Invisible Man is going up for a body slam into the corner. Look like setting him up for a tree of woe.
Well, that's not quite the tree of woe. You see, you gotta hook the bottom part of the leg underneath that turnbuckle right there for the tree of woe. Oh, yeah. See, and that's why you do that.
Spinning slam by Malcolm Flex.
Why are they going back to Scoot Robertson? Why don't they focus on each other? Malcolm Flex, Bison Braddock, one-on-one. Great match. We don't need this third man in there.
I can't argue with you.
You know what? Scoot Robertson is a petty individual.
Well,
To
he
just
definitely-
walk into the match and just insert yourself. What kind of hubris? What kind of ego does that man have?
Well, to add to that, Dynasty, what does this say about the future of our show?
That's what I'm saying. Who's in charge? The inmates?
Big spine buster.
5 minutes
somebody please pin Scoop? Oh, come on, guys. Can't we just all get along and beat up Scoot?
Braddock and Flex trading stiff forearms.
Smack and a thud there. See, that's what that Reno Wrestling Factory training will give you right there. It'll teach you a hell of a chop.
The Honorable Malcolm Flex setting him up with a whip.
You know what taught him that chop? You know what taught him that chop?
Big spear from the Honorable Malcolm Flex.
Close, it was actually Big Paul Isadora who taught him how to chop like that.
Not want to be on the receiving end of one of those. Almost a 3 count for
Now
the
look at
Honorable
Malcolm
one.
Flex. Look at him. He seems so distraught he didn't get the 3 count, but it was a lazy cover. It was a lazy cover, and then when he kicks out, you're surprised? Come on.
Well, that spear has put away many an opponent in the career of the Honorable Malcolm Flex.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Flacco, I'm baffled. Absolutely baffled by this match. I don't understand the strategy of any of the competitors. I don't even know why Scoot Robertson is in it.
Big scoop slam from Braddock.
Nice, little late on the hook there. Oh, if he had hooked that leg a little sooner, I think we would have saw a 3 count.
This is the match that you've been wanting to see, just the one-on-one contest between the Honorable Malcolm
Yeah,
Flex.
can we get somebody to drag Scoot Robertson away from ringside? Security, please? Anybody?
With these fans here, the inaugural show for Pro Wrestling Alliance.
Ducks under, Malcolm Flex.
Braddock going for the African drop.
Oh no. No.
Turns it into a spine buster. Big top rope splash from Robertson. Scoot Robertson with the win, and an incredibly distraught Shane Dynasty to my left.
Are you kidding me? This match, how can Scoot Robertson win a match he wasn't even in? That makes no sense.
Be that as it
Am
may.
I eating crazy pills? Is that what's happening right now?
Be that as it may, the winner of this triple threat match now, Scoot Robertson. And these West Sacramento fans at the inaugural Pro Wrestling Alliance show don't seem to have a problem with it, Dynasty.
Well, I have a problem with it. The only people that are happy about Scoot Robertson winning in this match are a bunch of little kids at ringside because he appeals to 9-year-olds. What kind of message is Scoot Robertson sending to these children? He's telling them it's okay to just walk into somebody's house and eat their food.
More importantly, what kind of message is Scoot Robertson sending to all of the other wrestlers who are upset about not being booked on tonight's show?
Oh, just grab a microphone, walk out to ringside, and insert yourself in a match, because apparently that's something you can just do.
That could lead to complete chaos.
I'm not going to stand for it. I am not going to stand for it. That's not happening again on this show, Flacco. I give you my personal word, that will not happen again on this show.
Well, we'll have to wait and see.
Absolutely not.
Scoot Robertson can be setting up
No more
very...
inserts in matches. You will see no more surprise inserts in matches for the rest of the night. You have my word on that.
Are you guys having a good time tonight?
Coming up, it's the 4 minutes of heat. They're in the ring tonight against the Ugly Dojo.
Pat Kelly, if you've been paying attention to independent wrestling in the world today, you already know Eddie Pearl and you already know Ricky Gibson, the 4 minutes of heat. Tonight, we get in the ring with the Ugly Dojo at Pro Wrestling Alliance. And I gotta tell you, Pat, we couldn't be more excited to show you that we're the best thing going today. Woo!
Let's take it to the ring and take a look at that.
Members of the Ugly Dojo, prodigies of their own father, the Big Ugly, J.D. Bishop. But, Flacco, do you notice something? You notice it?
What's that?
They're not in matching gear. You know, Bronson Bishop, Titus Alexander, usually matching ugly dojo wrestling gear, but tonight Bronson Bishop putting a little style on it. Think they're getting ready for Halloween?
He's going as the beautiful Bronson Bishop.
Well, I can see why. I mean, you know, they're brothers, they're siblings. But I'm happy to see that Bronson's expressing himself and showing he's an individual as opposed to his brother Titus.
Absolutely. He is confident in who he is as well. He should be tagging with his brother.
The following tag team contest scheduled for one fall.
This is going to be a great match, Flacco. I'm really looking forward to it. Obviously, like I said, I'm a big fan of 4 minutes of heat. I think these guys got a big future ahead of them, except for one thing, and we'll get to that later.
Introducing first, standing on the corner to your left, they hail from Portland, Oregon. At a combined weight of 401 pounds, the team of the Rock Ricky Gibson and Freak Nasty Eddie Pearl as Pro Elite.
These fans, Flacco, I really don't feel like they appreciate 4 minutes of heat for what they are.
Standing in the corner to my right, they hail from West Sacramento, California. Weighing 121 pounds, the team of the future franchise, Titus Alexander, and the beautiful Bronson Bishop. They are the Ugly.
Fans solidly behind the Ugly Dojo, or as I like to call them, the Knights of Nepotism.
Wait, Dynasty, what do we have here?
Wait, not again. I said no more inserting anybody in matches. Oh, wait, no, never mind, that's fine. I mean, I'm surprised, but I'm okay with it.
Well, apparently, the patriarch of the Ugly Dojo, the big ugly JD Bishop, making his way to the ring.
And he brought a friend with him.
Vinny Massaro, I have not seen this tag team combination in a number of years.
The real innovator, Vinny Massaro, the pizza man himself. You may have seen him on Lucha Underground.
What's up, West Sacramento?
Oddly enough, I'm okay with this.
Cartel couldn't have a match tonight. And since these two punks from Oregon want to come down here and run their mouth, and since it seems my kids need a good ass whooping.
Wow. What do we not know about Flacco?
Well, apparently,
You were backstage earlier. Dissension in the ranks.
I have to say, this is the first time I've seen the
Daddy
innovator
not
of
happy.
violence, Vinny Massaro.
How about the cartel get into this match right here, right now?
Okay, I'm okay with it.
Wait a minute now, Dynasty. You seem to have a problem with it earlier in the night.
It's different when it's the cartel.
Victory. Not only are you crazy, you must be.
It's different when it's the cartel, Flacco Loco. Are you gonna tell these guys they can't get in the ring?
Well, the big ugly JD Bishop, definitely the father of the Ugly Dojo future franchise, Titus Alexander, and beautiful Bronson Bishop. One would even argue that Vinny Massaro is kind of an uncle to these two.
Definitely. Vinny Massaro has been around their entire lives.
Absolutely. One of the best friends of the big ugly JD Bishop.
So, but let's look at the playing field now, Flacco. We've got 4 minutes of heat. We've got the cartel. We've got the Ugly Dojo. You know, backstage there's some dissension in the ranks between the Ugly Dojo's falling apart, Flacco. Something's up. He's ready to. He said he was going to kick his own kid's ass.
Well, I don't know what could be the cause of a statement of that nature.
I don't either, but I know it's problematic for this match. And I think the people that are going to take advantage of it, if we're going to be honest, It's 4 minutes of heat.
Well, regardless, we've got the Rock God, Ricky Gibson, starting off with the future franchise, Titus Alexander.
Look at that hair. Look at the hair on Ricky Gibson.
Tagging in Vinny Massaro.
Uncle Vinny in the ring. The pizza man, Uncle Vinny.
It's turned into a triple threat tag match.
You know, can you imagine what's going through Titus Alexander's head right now?
Massaro tagging Gibson back in.
That's not how you tag a guy in, Flacco.
Well, it's legal.
I mean, it's legal, but that's not how you're supposed to do it. There's a right way and a wrong way, and the sooner you learn that, the better off we're both going to be.
Well, 4 minutes of heat. Apparently, Dynasty, they say that they're a band. However, I've never actually seen them perform.
Oh, I have. I've been to a couple of their shows. They're really awesome. Great live show.
Hailing from Portland, Oregon, a
Yeah, that's what I
mecca
saw.
of music, but Alexander going for the roll-up.
Ricky Gibson has got a blistering guitar solo that he puts right in the middle of the act that'll just blow your eyes out of the back of your head.
I've yet to see any footage of 4 minutes of heat performing.
No, Pearl's got this drum cage that just rotates like all the way around. It's
Well, let's
awesome.
get back to the match here.
Fireworks and naked dancers.
Apparently, they are always on tour.
Yeah, no, that's actually true about them. I Googled it, and they have been on tour for the last 3,643 days. That was uncalled for. Yeah.
Gibson tagging into Greek Nasty Eddie Pearl. The leaner of the two.
Eddie Pearl's kind of, you know, he's kind of the thinking proportion in 4 minutes. He doesn't talk a whole lot, but he's always thinking. He's kind of the strategist.
Well scouted. He knows that Titus Alexander loves going for that missile drop kick.
Uh-oh. This isn't good. That's not where you want to be. Eddie, turn around. Ow!
Oh! The repercussions of that move will be felt for the nights to come.
Now that's just bad ringside positioning. These sick fans want to see it again. What is the matter with these people?
Not fans of the Portland Nether regions.
I feel sorry for Ricky and Eddie right now.
They may always be on tour, but I'm sure right now they're wishing they had the night off.
Uh-oh.
Massaro tagging himself in once again.
Tags in. Big elbow to the back of the neck. Here comes the Big Ugly.
The patriarch of the Ugly Dojo.
Now, out of all of these teams, all three of the teams, the Cartel with the absolute most experience under their belt.
Not missing a step, just fluid timing with the Cartel. Probably one of the most legendary and respected tag teams in all of wrestling. Quick tags by the Cartel.
You know, the Ugly Dojo, they're really not a factor in this match anymore. They're both on the outside of the ring waiting for an opportunity to get in. But this is all Cartel on 4 minutes of heat.
Big lariat. Massaro going for the pin.
Whoa, Eddie Pearl there to break it up, but he didn't have to because Vinny Massaro saw him coming and broke up the pin.
EMI Johnson having his hands full keeping order in this match between these three savvy teams.
Ow! Nice textbook drop kick by the Rock God. Back to the well for the third time. And now he's got his knee right in the sternum of Vinny Massaro. Perfectly legal.
Pinpoint precision from 4 minutes of heat, Dynasty.
Absolutely. They're a hell of a tag team. You know, do you know how good 4 minutes of heat are as a tag team? Do you know how synchronized they are?
Well, they know how to keep a ref's attention.
Eddie Pearl learned how to do a left-sided drop kick. That's how much he's dedicated to tag team wrestling.
Tag into Pearl. Wearing down the veteran, the legend, Vinny Massaro.
Eddie Pearl, very reminiscent of the late great Chris Champion. Cinching that headlock.
Personal feelings aside, you cannot deny the skill of the tag team 4 Minutes of Heat, Ricky Gibson and Eddie Pearl.
What personal feelings exactly are you talking about, Flacco? Do you like those guys? You got a man crush on old Robert Morton?
Well,
Ricky Gibson.
Rock God Ricky Gibson,
That's
and
right.
if I did, I would not be ashamed.
Well, I wouldn't either. He's a damn good-looking man. I'm just trying to make you feel more comfortable out here.
Oh, eye gouge. Dirty tactics
No,
event from the
that
Rock
wasn't
God Ricky
an eye
Gibson.
gouge. You know what happened right there is Vinny Massaro had a little bit of lint right on his eyebrow, and Ricky Gibson was just helping him get it off so he could see better.
Massaro
That was an eye gouge. That was absolutely an eye gouge.
setting Gibson up.
Now, see, this is where the difference when with the trio woe. Oh no, we've seen this before. That can't be legal. That absolutely
Rock God
can't be
Ricky
legal.
Gibson has seen better days and better nights than he has tonight.
Whoa, a little hula dance there from Eddie Pearl before he hit the mat. No, let's not do this. No, come on, Big Ugly. Let's not do this. Ow.
In all my days of broadcasting, Dynasty, I have never seen such a sensuous array of violence.
I have. I'm going to just say personally, I don't appreciate that particular maneuver. Not
Future
bad.
franchise tagging himself in, Dynasty.
Finally back in the ring.
Huge missile drop kick.
It was a pretty good drop kick.
Dynasty, we have yet to see the Ugly Dojo versus the Cartel, a dream match, if you will.
Well, I mean, it's somebody's dream. It's somebody else's nightmare. I mean, can you imagine having to wrestle your dad?
Big splash from the beautiful one. Super kick from the future franchise.
That was close. That was real close.
You gotta imagine what's going through the mind of the big ugly JD Bishop.
Yeah.
Watching the fruit of his loins take control of the match.
Oh, little dusty shuffle. Bionic elbow.
Blows him a kiss. Big drop kick.
That was downright beautiful, Flago.
Rock God Ricky Gibson having his hand in the breakup of that pinfall.
Here comes Titus Alexander off the top rope, setting him up. Good tag team coordination. Axe handle right across the forearm.
You're saying Eddie Pearl was the drummer of the band.
Yeah, he's got this tape out with his ex-wife. They're on a boat. It's awesome.
Rock God Ricky Gibson taking the action to the outside.
That's how you do it. Yeah, that's nice. Say hello to my little friend.
Adam.
4 minutes of heat and control.
See, now the Ugly Dojo's getting a taste of their own medicine, a little tag team coordination.
Headbutt to the rib cage by the Rock God Ricky Gibson.
Not pretty, but highly effective.
Quick tags from 4 minutes of heat, Dynasty.
That's how you do it, Flacco. That's how you succeed as a tag team, in and out of the ring.
Up goes Eddie Pearl.
What's this?
Oh, just toying with the fans, Dynasty.
I don't know if he was toying with the fans, or maybe he suffers from a little bit of fear of heights. Eddie Pearl didn't look too comfortable up there. I think he's suffering from a little paranoia, a little vertigo, if you will.
One would wonder
That was
what
nice.
kind of mind games are going through Big Ugly's head right now, watching his own sons getting the short end of the stick against 4 minutes of heat.
He said he wanted to beat up his own kids, so he should be enjoying watching them get beat up. Or does he want to do it himself? Is that this weird dysfunctional families thing? They like to beat up each other, but nobody else can do it? That's sick, Flacco. That's downright sick.
Well, either way, the ones who are handing out the beating are Rock God Ricky Gibson and Freak Nasty Eddie Pearl.
I like it.
4 minutes of heat.
You know, I was going to say this before. I really like 4 minutes of heat. I'm a big fan, but I got one problem with them.
And that is?
Well, you know, they signed a match against the Reno Scum, and you know how I feel about the Reno Scum.
Oh, we're hired to be impartial broadcast journalists.
No, not me. Reno Scum's going to eat these guys alive when they get their hands on them.
Titus Alexander fighting his way out.
I mean, I like 4 minutes of heat, and I want them to win this match, but after that, I mean, they're more meat for the grinder, if you get my drift, and I think you do.
Gibson makes his way out, trying to come back in to break up that tag.
Yeah, no tag for the Ugly Dojo.
Goes for the pinball.
Nice. Oh, no, no. Oh, no, most.
Inches away.
Most. Oh, no. Sacramento Destroyer.
That could be it. Rock God Ricky Gibson has no idea where he's at right now, Dynasty.
I have no idea where I'm at right now. Oh, wait, no idea. We're at the Pro Wrestling Alliance. Oh! Did you see that?
Eddie Pearl.
No, that wasn't Eddie Pearl. That was Bronson Bishop. Didn't want to take the tag from his brother. He didn't want to take the tag, so he ducked out of the way. That's
Big
what
ugly
happened.
JD Bishop in the ring. Big back elbow. Michinoku driver going for the pinfall.
Get in there, Eddie. Good. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the Cartel. They're awesome. I'm good friends with Vinny and JD. They're good people. But here's the thing: is I really want 4 minutes of heat to win, so that when Reno Scum beats them, it'll be even more awesome.
Well, this night is far from over for all three of these teams.
Oh!
Feature franchise going up
Against
his father.
Oh, he's got his dad! Is that it? Almost! Titus Alexander almost pinned his own father to end the match, but that did not happen, kicking out at 2 3/4.
Here we go, we're seeing it. The big ugly JD Bishop against his own flesh and blood. Beautiful Bronson Bishop, future franchise Titus Alexander.
War of the Generations! Oh! How dysfunctional is this family, Flacco? How incredibly dysfunctional is this family?
Nehemiah
In front of
Johnson.
all these people, they're airing their dirty laundry, beating each other up. It's sick. It's sick, I tell you.
Franchise taking out his uncle, if you will, in Vincenzo Massaro.
Oh, and that makes it better? That's just one more aspect to make it weird. There's a tag by
Ricky Gibson makes the tag.
Eddie Pearl taking JD Bishop out on the floor. Titus Alexander out on the apron. Sunset flip. No. Hula dance. Hula dance. That's it. 1, 2, 3. 4 minutes. They win the match. What did I tell you? I called it again.
A bit of a shady victory, if you ask me, Dynasty.
I don't think so. I look pretty clean to me. Yeah, raise their hands. Raise their hands. Hey, look, Vinny Massaro's being a really bad sport right now. Vinny Massaro's being a bad sport. Vinny Massaro's better than this. I know Vinny Massaro. He's better than this. Do the right thing, Vinny. What? Yeah, that's your winners up there on the stage.
But if we take a look at what's happening inside the ring right now, Dynasty, Titus Alexander standing face to face with his own father,
Here comes
the big ugly
Bronson.
JD Bishop.
And here comes Uncle Vinny.
Uncle Vincenzo.
So there goes 4 minutes of heat, but the real story is what's going on in the ring.
What could be happening here? I'm on pins and needles right now, Dynasty. What could be happening? What are they saying to each other?
I hope they just start beating each other. Oh, isn't that cute? Everybody goes home with a happy ending, eh?
There's a happy father right there, and a proud uncle. The proud uncle, Vincenzo Massaro, proud father, the big ugly J.D. Bishop.
If I might get a few moments, let's bring in 4 minutes of heat, seeing action tonight against the...
Kelly, I don't know who those guys think they are. The cartel throwing themselves in there. By hook or by crook, 4 minutes of heat is always going to come out on top. They put up a good fight, but I told you before, if you've been paying attention, 4 minutes of heat is the best thing going. And whatever it takes, we're moving on to the next round.
Woo! It was a victory tonight for 4 minutes of heat. Let's get back to the ring for more action.
What do we got going on here? Here comes Yuck Yuck.
Nehemiah Johnson, one of our officials. And here he is, the force of nature, Drake Frost, representing the Honor Society.
Now, I've heard through the grapevine that the force of nature, Drake Frost, is your favorite in this match, Flacco Loco.
Well, I'm not going to be ashamed to admit that I have been known to sit in the audience at many a wrestling show and cheer this man on.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, you guys have a lot in common. You're both not the brightest bulbs in the box, are you?
No, we're not gonna go there right
Both
now,
a
Dynasty.
couple of McNuggets short of a Happy Meal, aren't you?
Well, let's get back on to the match here. We've got the force of nature, Drake Frost, and here he is.
Yeah, this is my guy right here. You know, I like to choose winners. I don't know. It's just this weird thing I do. I like to put my money on the guy who's actually going to walk away with the belt because I'm, what do you call it? Smart.
And as you were saying, this was originally a one-on-one match between these two, between the force of nature, Drake Frost, and this man right here.
My guy.
The most feared, J.R.
Look at that, Flacco. Are you looking at what I'm looking at?
It's like a Mack truck with a beard.
That's what a wrestler is supposed to look like, Flacco. When you're playing a wrestling video game and you're building the perfect wrestler, he looks like J.R. Kratos.
I tell you, I am glad that I've been signed to be a broadcast journalist, and I'm hiding behind the safety of this table, yards away from that man.
Yeah, you should be, because he could snap you in half like a Slim Jim, Flacco.
I wouldn't doubt that. Definitely living up to the name.
Look at
the
that.
most feared.
Chiseled out of marble, with a glare that could strike fear into the hardest criminals.
As
the most feared.
And as you were saying, not too long ago, just added to this match an extreme element.
Very extreme element that both of us have a little experience with. We both associated with the third man in this team, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this all plays out.
I've been on the opposite side of the squared circle and in his corner. One of the most charismatic and unforgettable performers in the sport of wrestling, the Mexican werewolf, El Chupacabra.
You know, Flacco, I've known El Chupacabra for going on 15 years now, and we've ridden up and down the coast, we've traveled, we've wrestled each other, I've managed him, we've been tag team partners, and I still don't know what he is.
I would start with unforgettable and smitten by the lovely Elena Gonzalez. I can't say I blame him, Dynasty.
Yeah, but what is he?
Well, he, as it says here on the card, the Mexican werewolf.
Yeah, but what is that?
Well, that would be a chupacabra.
Yeah, but is he a man, or is he like a beast, or is he a monster, or is he like a little bit of all of them, or like, what is it?
I would say,
yes. I just crack a can of Alpo and leave him to it. He never bothered me that much. But you got to put down newspaper with him. That's the big problem with El Chupacabra, is you got to put newspaper everywhere.
This contest has a 30-minute time limit.
He's a Mexican werewolf, all right, but you know what he's not? He's not most feared. Do you know who is most feared? I do. It's J.R. Kratos, the future PWA heavyweight champion.
He hails from the Nabuki-Kan Dojo, weighing 345 pounds, representing the Honor Society, the force of nature,
There's a stare down between J.R. Kratos and Drake Frost. El Chupacabra looking on from the corner. Interesting match. Two big hoss of a heavyweights in the ring with El Chupacabra, who's just absolutely unpredictable.
weighing 3.5 goats, the Mexican werewolf,
Dynasty, could you imagine the PWA championship belt around the waist of the Mexican werewolf?
I mean, I can imagine it because I've got a really kind of very creative imagination, but at the end of the day, J.R. Kratos, this guy is walking away with the gold.
He hails from Sacramento, California, weighing 291 pounds. He is the reigning and defending Pacific Northwest heavyweight champion, the most feared J.R. Kratos!
Like a Mack truck with a beard, Dynasty.
Oh, I know all about it. That man is absolutely unstoppable in the ring, and as big as he is, he's highly agile. I've seen him dive over the top rope. I've seen him come off the top of buildings. The man moves like a junior heavyweight when he has to, and yet he's built like a monster.
Dynasty, he could rent his back out to a drive-in movie theater.
They don't have drive-in movie theaters anymore, Flaco Loco. It's 2019. Grow up. We all watch YouTube.
I'm simply trying to make a point at the impressive stature.
Well, I got one question. What's El Chupacabra trying to do here? Like, he's seriously outweighed. He knows that, right? Like, he knows he's not as big as these guys, right?
I wouldn't question the motives of Chupacabra.
Well,
You don't live as long as he has without knowing a thing or two.
Oh, well, now he's leaving the ring. So I think he just put two and two together and realized that one of him doesn't even make up a quarter of these guys. So he's going to sit down in the front row and let these two big hosses settle it.
I think the biggest mistake people make about the Mexican werewolf is not realizing just how smart of a wrestler he is.
It's pretty, well, he's back in the ring again. Like, I thought you said he was, now J.R. Kratos is leaving the ring, which makes him the smart guy, right? I mean, by your logic, J.R. Kratos is now the smartest man in the match. Am I incorrect? Oh, now, you know, there's no reason to get these people involved in this match. This is a serious title match here, and there's no reason to get these individuals involved in the action. It's just not professional. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Dynasty, this could be mind games.
They need to know their role and stay in their seats.
It could be mind games played by the Mexican werewolf.
I mean, he'd have to have a mind for that. Pretty certain he runs just on instinct.
Well, it's been doing well for him so far.
All right. Ow!
J.R. Kratos looking to end this one early. Lucha Libre from the Mexican werewolf.
I'm impressed.
Mexican werewolf, we could be pulling off the upset of the century, Dynasty.
I'm flabbergasted. I didn't expect this match to unfold like this. the end of that.
Big black hole slam from the force of nature.
You know, that was looking like the little Choopy that could for a minute there. And then Drake Frost just shut that train down. Now the two big guys trading in blows. These guys hate each other for it.
Well, it's like watching two rams.
I mean,
on
I saw
top
them
of a mountain.
backstage. They were on other sides of the locker room and they were just glaring at each other.
It was tense for sure. It was tense for sure backstage. Not a lot of camaraderie between these two.
Oh, low bridge by El Chupacabra. Drake Frost hits the floor. But he's still in the ring with the most feared JR Kratos. And I don't think he realizes. Yeah, see, that's what happens. When you throw a brick at a flower, the flower crumples, Flacco.
That is quite a brick in the form of the most feared JR Kratos.
Yeah, he just told Drake Frost, you just stay out there on the floor where you belong. Let me do what I'm best at. He's following him out. I don't think this is very smart. Keep it in the ring, JR.
Big clubbing blow to the back of Drake Frost.
You can't win the belt out on the floor. I know he's got the Pacific Northwest heavyweight title already, but the point of this match is to win the PWA heavyweight title, add it to his collection, and you can't do that outside the ring. You gotta do it inside the ring.
Got his eyes set on Chupacabra.
He's just playing with Choopy. He's just playing with the Mexican werewolf now. Look at him. It's like watching a cat toy with a mouse. Well, it was. And Drake Frost had to get involved. Spoil sport. I mean, couldn't he have waited until he like threw Choopy into the railing or something?
Look at the size of these two, Dynasty.
Yeah, they're pretty big. How?
Huge kick by the most feared.
It's a Muay Thai style kick. Just planted him with the sole of his boot right in his jaw.
No stranger to mixed martial arts is JR Kratos.
So Choopy's the only man in the ring right now. And like I said earlier, the only way you're going to win this match and the PWA title is in the ring. Now they're all out on the floor. Come on, referee.
Not much effect with that blow from Chupacabra.
Well, referee Nick Johnson has got no control over this match.
Like a rag doll,
Come on,
throws him to the apron, Dynasty.
Come on, there's two referees out there. Neither one of them can get these competitors in the ring. Like, what's the point? I thought we were going to hire competent referees around here. I was told we had a referee budget.
Frost and Kratos back in the ring. Once again, as you were saying, the only way that we can determine a winner is by pinfall when one man pins the other in the center of that ring.
Or submission.
Absolutely.
Or submission. You're not going to see a count out or a disqualification take place in this match because both of the referees have been given a particular amount of discretion. They realize that the championship is on the line. So they're going to have a little more flexibility with the rules. And I'm okay with that. But one of these referees, they got to take control. They got to get these guys in the ring.
Chupacabra fighting for his life to no avail. Force of nature, stiff headbutt.
You know, I've been in the ring with both of these guys here, Chupacabra and Drake Frost. And Chupacabra is a very dangerous individual, but Drake Frost is absolutely a force of nature. He's just so big. And when he hits you, you feel it. Wow. Choopy felt that.
A drop kick.
That wasn't a drop kick. He just hauled off and punted him in the back of the knee.
A punt.
This does not look good for Choopy. Oh, look at that. Deadlift suplex!
Look at
Deadlift suplex!
I
don't think the fans understand exactly how much power that took from JR Kratos to deadlift suplex El Chupacabra off of the mat and then pounded right back where he came from.
Without any struggle, even, Dynasty. Seems like he picked him up like a rag doll.
Well, look at the size of him. There's not a whole lot that J.R. Kratos struggles with.
Kratos taking Chupacabra over to the next corner. Looks like he's setting him up for another. Oh, we've seen this before. We have seen this before, Dynasty.
Size differentiation. Kratos almost can't hook a suplex because he's so much bigger than Chupacabra.
Flings Chupacabra the distance of the ring.
This is a mistake by J.R. Kratos. You know, I told him, keep your mind on the game. Don't worry about these fans. All right?
Chupacabra almost smiling there for a minute.
Oh, Russian leg sweep. Senton hooks the leg. Nope. Not gonna happen. Here comes Frost. Catches him tilt-a-wheel. Oh, he's got him locked up.
As you said earlier, winner by submission as well.
He's got a tap though, and he's not gonna.
Big sidewalk slam.
That really backfired on Chupi there. Every man in this match is winded at this point. Not nearly as much power in those punches. Big power slam.
Looks as though the force of nature, Drake Frost, might be bleeding from the nose right now.
That was a close one. J.R. Kratos within an inch of winning the PWA heavyweight title, adding it to his collection.
One of many.
Well, he brought the Pacific Northwest heavyweight title down to him with ringside. Can you imagine what this man's gonna look like just draped in gold?
Stiff club by Kratos. Chupacabra with the kicks. Going up.
What's this? Oh!
Chupacabra with the pin. Almost with the victory.
Sunset flip chaos theory combination.
Don't count out the Mexican Werewolf Dynasty. Chupacabra is going to the top.
Yeah.
What a kick by Kratos.
That was no kick. He lodged his knee right in his face. That was a Muay Thai knee strike.
A flying one at that.
The height, the vertical leap of J.R. Kratos is astounding. You're impressed, right? Because I'm impressed.
I cannot argue with that logic there.
Look at him. He just looks so at home up there, doesn't he? Like a regal bird, like a giant panther, like some kind of god. Oh!
Air miles galore for the Mexican Werewolf, courtesy of the most feared J.R. Kratos.
Somebody call his mama Chupacabra. How is he getting up from that? Oh!
That looks like it's it.
Superman punch, spinning kick combo, heaves him up. Deadlift!
I have never seen a man or beast manhandled in such a manner.
That was a deadlift gut-wrench suplex like I've only seen executed by one other individual before.
Huge lariat!
What a lariat from, you know, there's a difference between a lariat and a clothesline, and that was a lariat.
Chupacabra breaks up the pinfall. Still anyone's match right now, Dynasty. Still anyone's match.
Drake Frost, nope. Oh, code breaker by Chupacabra.
Stuns the bigger man.
Adios. Here it comes.
Huge spear from Kratos.
Chupacabra going for the adios mi amigo, not getting it.
Frost breaking up the pinfall.
You know, there's a good chance if he had hit the adios mi amigo, that would have been it. That would have been it.
We would have had a new champion in the form of the Mexican Werewolf.
But this match continues.
Drake Frost on wobbly legs right now. Barely able to stand.
Closing in on JR Kratos.
I don't know if he's going to be able to pick him up.
These two big bosses have just been going back and forth all night long.
I don't know if he can get him up. I don't know if he can get him up.
It's like watching two dinosaurs just go at it. Like,
neither man can get the other up right now. Frost trying. What a test of strength this is. Looked at those palm strikes. Wow. The most feared over.
I'm impressed. I did not think Drake Frost could get JR Kratos over in that, but he did. He heaved him up.
Kratos back to his feet though, Dynasty.
First man up. Oh, but he eats a lariat for his efforts. He rolls out onto the apron. Chupacabra out on the floor. Drake Frost trying to get back to his feet.
That lariat could have dislocated Kratos' collarbone.
Kratos is draped over the top rope on the apron. This is not good for him. Oh, Frost walked right into a stiff punch to the face. Oh no, 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 no. No, no, no. Fans, get out of the way. Get out of the way. Why aren't these fans moving? Oh. Chupacabra's just the spoiler through this match. Every time things start going good for Kratos or Frost. You can call him a spoiler,
or you can call him determined.
I mean, there's determined, and let's be realistic. Let's just, for 1 second, let's be realistic here. Chupacabra's not winning the belt, all right?
He has just as much a chance as any other wrestler.
How do you figure?
33.33% chance, just like Kratos and Frost.
That new math you're doing over there? I heard you're real good with that.
This could be it.
Adios, mi amigo. Oh, he hit it.
Making our new champion right here.
No, no, at the last second he kicked out. Oh, big kick to the face of Kratos.
Mexican Werewolf in charge here, Dynasty.
Is he gonna do, what's he doing here? Another one.
Kick to the midsection. Going up for the adios amigo again.
No, no, out the back door. Enzaguri. JR Kratos still up on the top of the turnbuckle there. Drake
Going
Frost
for the pinfall.
Kratos off the top,
Big
breaks it
splash
up.
by Kratos.
Kratos covers him. They're both on. Both. Wait, what? Wait, who?
What had happened?
No, it's Kratos. Kratos got the pin.
But Frost also had his arm draped over the Mexican Werewolf.
Yeah, but Kratos did it first. Wait, come on.
However, Frost broke the pinfall. Dynasty, Frost broke the pinfall.
Let's just wait and see what the referees have to see. I'm pretty sure that was JR Kratos. Give him the belt. Yeah.
However, when the count was reinstated, Frost had his arm draped over Chupacabra as well.
Enough out of you. No. No. So one referee saying it's Drake Frost. The other referee says it's JR Kratos. I say it's JR Kratos. Here comes Pat Kelly.
Pat Kelly here to hopefully make some sense out of the chaos.
Come on, Pat, let's give the belt to JR. It was JR. It was.
Dynasty, you wanted anarchy, and it looks like you got your wish.
All right, let's give the belt to JR.
Sometimes, as the owner of a company, particularly on the first night,
come on, Pat, do the right thing for the first thing tonight. First time tonight, do the right thing. Give the belt to JR.
I'm not about to make that decision right now and announce it to you, our fans. It seems that both competitors got the pin at the same time.
No, they didn't.
Kratos, Frost, one hell of a match. Don't you agree?
Yeah, it was a hell of a match, and JR Kratos won it.
What I have to do right now
the belt to
is
Kratos.
take that championship
And give it to
and
James.
consider it as of this very moment vacated.
No, come on. Come on, Pat.
That title is now, gentlemen, in escrow.
Oh, come on.
There is no current champion.
This is...
However,
J.R. Kratos got robbed.
I'd like to see that match again.
Yeah, I want it right now. Right now.
I thought you agreed with me, so will I. So here it comes. We are going to be the Pro Wrestling Alliance. We are going to be in Vacaville, California, just down the road. Saturday night, December 14th, at the beautiful Theater DeVille. So mark that in your calendar. And that night, it will be Drake Frost and J.R. Kratos for the title, and I guarantee there will be a champion coming out of that match that evening.
There should be a champion right now. J.R. Kratos got robbed, Franco.
As soon as possible. Gentlemen, happy holidays.
J.R. Kratos got robbed. He was robbed.
A decision brought down from the Pro Wrestling Alliance CEO, Pat Kelly, determining that the title vacated and will be determined with a one-on-one match. Kratos taking out the officials. I'm sure some fines will be levied to the most feared. The force of nature, Drake Frost laying out the most feared. My broadcast colleague, Shane Dynasty, having words with CEO Pat Kelly. Dynasty could be risking fines and possible termination if he doesn't watch it. However, fans, you heard it here. Pro Wrestling Alliance CEO Pat Kelly stating that the title is vacated and will be determined. A winner will be determined between the force of nature Drake Frost and the most feared J.R. Kratos. Saturday, December 14th, Vacaville, California, at the lovely Theater DeVille. My broadcast colleague making his way back.
Wrong, Flacco. They did him dirty. They did J.R. Kratos dirty in that very ring. He should have that belt right here, right now.
Dynasty, as I was saying, watching you get in the face of PWA CEO Pat Kelly, risking fine and possible termination.
What's he gonna do to me? I'm the only guy around here who makes any sense. I'm the only person talking logic in the PWA. Everybody else, just anything goes. But I believe in rules, okay?
Well, this was not the outcome we were all expecting tonight.
Hey, what's up, pro wrestling fans? Lena Gonzalez here, and I'm hanging out with my colleagues. To my right, we have Hall of Famer El Flaco Loco, and to my left, we have Shane Dynasty. And together, we would like to invite you to join the Alliance December 14th for the showdown at the DeVille in Vacaville, California.
You know, I'm a Hall of Famer too. He inducted me into the NorCal Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. I deserve a little respect, Flacco. You know, we got a big card coming up at the DeVille. We've got a big tag team match, 4 minutes of heat, taking on my personal, absolute favorite tag team, the Reno Scum.
And let's not forget, fans, the PWA debut of the luchador sensation Sonico, and finally, in our big main event, the force of nature Drake Frost finally gets his chance at the heavyweight title.
Not if J.R. Kratos has anything to say about it, because I don't know if you saw the same match I did, but what I saw, it looked like Kratos is the man who's walking away with the strap.
Smart person's money. Drake Frost, heavyweight champion.
Well, with that being said, we'll see you there.
We'll turn it over to our esteemed broadcast colleague, Elena Gonzalez.
Thank you for joining the Alliance's beautiful Saturday